Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm Jason Sterling. I am a member of the EA Creator Network, as it says there on the screen. As such, some of the packs that are used in this particular stream were provided free of charge from the Creator Network. Now, I'm going to just make sure here that I actually am live. We should be live. We should be running okay. Yeah, everything sounds great. So we're rolling. We're good to go. Let's see. Today we're working some more on what will be the penthouse for the 20 by 15 lot coming up in the new pack Lovestruck in a couple of weeks from The Sims 4, right? Now, we know that we have a penthouse coming. We know it's 20 by 15. I don't think they've announced that it's 20 by 15, but it is pretty easy to count the spaces, you know, of like the fence line, the windows, stuff like that, and see that it is a 20 by 15 lot. It's actually, of course, 18 by 13 because the penthouse lots don't have the one tile wide border around them, so you can build all the way to the edge. So it's actually 18 by 13. So we're going to build, I'm building a penthouse that will fit on that size lot. And as you can see here, I actually just raised this roof a bit because I've got that stutter from those windows. They stick up just a bit past the floor somehow, but we can raise the floors because they all act as a platform up a little bit. And then we're not going to have that stutter anymore. Now, the first thing I really want to work on today, we'll go through it real quick. We've done a little bit of floor planning. So we've got a master bedroom suite area up here, kind of a bedroom area, kind of a sitting area, maybe an office here, bathroom and closet. Down here, we've got two, what I think of as kids' bedrooms. They could be any type of room use, of course, but two kids' bedrooms. Again, kind of a common area, maybe a living sort of sitting area for the kids out here, maybe a study area out here. We really don't need that because their rooms are large enough to put in a desk and things within the room itself. But I thought we'd go ahead and we'll put it needs something there, right? We've got to put something there. Down a level, we've got kind of a large family sort of game room that I did start outfitting here. I'm really not sure what I'm going to do with that space, I'll be honest. I started looking at it as a media room, right? Someplace to watch movies. And then I ended up adding in a bunch of these sort of games, turning into a big sort of family type of room here with a little sort of snack bar area. Got pizza oven, right? Microwave, little refrigerator and stuff. I like it okay. In the build that I use for myself, because I will change this around quite a bit once the pack gets here, I will swap out the furniture and stuff. The build that I do for myself, I'll probably make this a lot more traditional. So I'll probably do kind of a library area, a living room area, and maybe a small sort of family game area, but not with these sort of large, like a ping pong table, right? And a foosball table, all these sort of large items. Down here on the first floor, we've got a couple of small, sort of little more formal-ish type of sitting rooms or living rooms. We've got our formal dining area over here. Really our only dining area. I call it formal dining. It's really our only true dining area. There's a small space here in the kitchen where we could eat breakfast, maybe. At least two people could. And then we've got a lounging area back over here where the new bar will go. We'll put the new bar in, maybe a couple of chairs. We'll see. Now here in the kitchen right off the bat, this kind of, I wasn't real happy with this when I built it. And I do want to change this around a little bit. I think I'm going to move like the stove here. Take this out. Maybe we'll take this. I want to take this maybe and move it here. I'm going to make the kitchen a little bit bigger. We'll maybe kind of put some cabinets over here by the stove. Like that. And then bring our walls across. So that we have a little more workspace here. We do have a large area over here to work, but a little more sort of kitchen workspace. And that's where our house stands right now. Now, of course, we are going to work here on the outside today. I will say right off the bat, I want to I created sort of this stepped area down to a sort of terrace. I think I'm going to make this part a little bit larger so that we can put a seating area there. And I really want to put a pool outside. I'm not going to do a curved pool like we saw in the trailer. I think that's going to take up too much space for such a small lot. So my idea is that we'll go ahead and we'll put in a lap pool in this area. We'll pull this out and put in a seating area. I don't want to do a table because I think a table and an umbrella and stuff might be too distracting for the view, right? Because the view from these windows is going to be the view of the city. That's what you really want to see, not like an umbrella on top of a table. Now we could maybe go ahead and do a table there, maybe, and I might. But for now, I'm not going to. I think I'm going to just do a seating area. Okay, so let's start. We will grab our pool. Today is my weekend. I'm so thrilled. It's not only my weekend, it's my vacation. I'm on vacation as of right now, as of today. My son's birthday's next week. And let me see here. Let's look for some pool trim. Son's birthday's next week. 4th of July here in the United States is next week, which is a big holiday here in the United States. And so I have the next, 10 days or so off. Hooray. Hooray for me. I don't have a lot planned except for my son's birthday. I have been trying to pick out something for his birthday. It's his 16th birthday. He's going to be driving soon. He actually starts driving school coming up. Pretty quick, like in a couple of weeks. Let's see here. I'm going to adjust my little screen there so I can see things. Okay, let's use this tile. We'll put the tile like that. So he is going to be driving. I'm really not worried about him driving. He is a pretty responsible kid. I think I can trust him driving. I think he'll probably be actually extra cautious and extra careful. So I'm really not worried about him, actually getting out there driving. Plus, he's going to driving school, and they are a pretty good driving school. They've been around in my town literally forever. Like literally when I was his age, there were kids that went to that driving school. So, and he's, he actually wanted to do the program that includes defensive driving. So I think he is pretty serious about doing a good job. We're going to bring a small wall across here and then go ahead and lift this portion of this deck up like that. Give us a broader area to put something here. Take out all of this stuff. Like so. Let's grab, I really don't know what to put on these particular risers. I think up here I've used something pretty bland and basic, right? Filament platform, and we'll stick with that. Out here, I'm going to fall back on the old, what was this place called? Patio stuff or something? I can't remember anymore. Perfect Patio? It was so long ago. But like Perfect Patio stuff. Let's call it that. We'll fall back on that. We're going to put it maybe here, maybe even with, let's do it even with the seating area in the house. Could do like that. We'll grab the chair that matches it. There we go. I kind of did want to put a chair over here, but that's going to get, too tight, of course. I guess we could do one just kind of like this. Let's move it over a little bit closer. Yeah, that's not too bad. I kind of like how it forms a little triangle like that. Not a, the point of a triangle anyway. We'll grab a table. There's a pretty good round table here, of course. We've had forever. It's base game. Comes in white. Great for the outdoors. Put it here in the middle. And we'll forego, like I said, any sort of umbrella or anything for this area. Maybe we could put, when I put like a drink tray out here. Let's put one of the drink trays. Not real sure which one to use. Now this is the weird thing. There's a new one There's a new one that came with that sort of Riviera pack, and it's not with the appliances. It is with like the rest of them, because this is, all these other drink trays are with the appliances. But the Riviera one, for some reason, isn't. And I'm not real sure why. I don't know if surely they wouldn't forget because they've put every other one there. But it's over here in activities and skills. Let me pull up the packs. We'll go ahead and sort here. Riviera Retreat. There it is. So why is that? I don't know why that is. I have no idea. But I love this new tray. I think it's super cool looking. It's got a really great look to it. Maybe it's just because it's new. I haven't used it to death yet. But one thing I really liked about it was it's got little martini style glasses with it, right? Or like little cosmopolitan style glasses or something like that. So I think the new glass shape looks really cool. I'd love to find us some sort of rug that can go under this seating arrangement. There's got to be something here. Turn that part off. I was thinking maybe of using one of these rag rugs. I don't know if it looks too, too rustic, kind of too homemade. I don't know. But that was what was in my head when I was kind of thinking about this, when I was at work, when I didn't have time to build, right? When I couldn't go online. I was kind of thinking in terms of that. Now it's kind of disappearing there. I'm going to assume that is, oh, there we go. Maybe that fixed it. Maybe it's because, it might be because of I bet it's because of this platform here. So I'll try to move it over as much as I can, maybe like that. I'm going to leave it like that for now. Later, when I reactivate the tool mod, because right now it's turned off, I can go and I can move that with the tool mod and it won't bounce up, to the platform, this platform in here. So it'll be fine. So we'll put a little rug under there. I really don't know what else to put out here. I mean, we can always do a grill or something like that. I don't want it to get too busy. Like I said, I don't want the view from inside to be of a bunch of junk, right? This is kind of the city is our view. You paid a fortune for this penthouse. You want your view, right? That's what you paid for. So I guess we could maybe put a plant out here, maybe, or something like that. Let's throw a plant out here. That's like the real Sims fallback thing is, what should I do? Let's put a plant. Plant will work. Yeah, plants are good. What shall we use? One thing I use a lot, where is it here? Is... Take a look. What have we got? What have we got? It's right around here. I should just always just sort. I know what pack it came in. I'm going to do that. I don't want to... somehow I'll miss it looking through all those plants. Let's see here. It's Courtyard Oasis. Is this because it's big and bushy and it only takes up a 1x1 tile slot, so it doesn't interfere with routing. So for now, I am going to go ahead and put that there. Later, if I feel like it's interfering with our view, right, then I'll take it out. But for now, I'm going to do that. I think the other thing I want to do is I kind of want to, we've got these weird spots back here. Since we can only really do a lap pool. We've got these weird spots back here, and I don't think it'll let me build the pool underneath it. I mean, it will. Okay, let me preface that. It will. But if I try to build the pool like this, we'll just go through it real quick here. Because I'm thinking about putting greenery there, but we could just maybe extend the pool a little bit. But if I do the pool like this, right? And I come here and kind of here and here. It says pool must have area. Now the pool had an area, but it's not letting me see, same thing. It's not letting me define it, probably because it's part way under that wall. So what we can do is we can take these walls out like this. And I think it'll let me do it. Now the platforms might get in the way. We'll see here. Let's just do it like this. Keep it easy on ourselves. Nope, still won't do it. So I would have to shrink the platform down, both of them, and then rebuild the platforms. And I don't know if I want to go through that much trouble. I'm going to be honest. I really don't know if I want to go through that much trouble. Just to have a little more pool room back here instead of greenery. So what I'm going to do is put our walls back into place. And I am just going to kind of frame this area out with some fencing, but just some low-key fencing, maybe like this stuff. Now I can just imagine in real life if you put like greenery here and you know, you're telling your landscaper because you're rich, right? You've got this penthouse here, so you obviously got some money. Oh yeah, go on over there and water those plants too. And he's got to get in the pool, right? He's got to get in the pool to actually get over and water the plants. But I said, you know, you're rich, do what you want. We'll put this here. Now I don't like, I'm not gonna be able to get rid of that, am I? That's going to be stuck there. Let's just hope. I'm going to hope the greenery covers it up. I'm going to hope that. Let's go in here real quick. I'm going to grab us some Hawaiian-like grass. Kind of want to make it bigger like this. Don't give me a hard time. Let's see here. Let's go up like this. That's awfully big. Let's go ahead and take it back small again, I guess. Come on. And then if we throw like something, you know, like this, fern or something on there, it doesn't really matter. There's like a banana leaf plant or something, right? Where's that? Is it going to be this maybe? No, that's a fern. There's like a banana leaf. Is it that? Palm, that's it. Palm plant. We'll make it a little bit smaller here and we'll kind of tuck it in. Go over and do the exact same thing on this side. Make sure it's not kind of bleeding through that door too much. I guess I really wanted it large like that, but I guess since we have small on the other side, we'll do small here. Here we go. Come on, come on. There. All right, so we've got that. Maybe we can use a slightly bigger version of this plant here. That's really big. Again, I'm going to go ahead and place it there because, again, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go into the tool mod later when I reactivate it, and I can make it between these two sizes. So instead of having to go down all the way, well, that's a little, maybe that will work. That might work. My thought was that I would use tool mod so it could be smaller, but not as smaller as the game makes it. But I think that kind of works. Oh, shoot. It's kind of floating, of course. Can we go down with it? No. The platform's on the other side, of course, kind of screwing with us here. Let's see here. Come on. That's fine. Again, that is something we can fix with tool. Later, we'll use a tool mod to lower that into place. Get it? No, it's not going to work. We'll go ahead and just leave it like so. We can fix it later. It'll be fine. We'll grab some flowers and stick in here. Go with these. These are pretty. Oh, come on. We'll stick with that. Hopefully it's not bleeding through the wall. Is it? Not really. Pretty good. We've got our elevator lobby right here, of course, because it's Penthouse, so we're going to come up in an elevator. And I guess that works. I mean, I guess that's pretty good. We got a nice lap pool there. It's pretty small, but this is a small lot. It's 20 by 15. Got a little seating area. Now, one thing I've really wanted to do is kind of dress up the outside of the building a little bit. It's kind of basic looking. Now, we don't have a lot of room to add things like balconies and this and that and all this sort of stuff because it is such a small lot. And I might add some things, you know, I guess we could add awnings or something on here, maybe if they look okay. But for now, my thought is to maybe add some nighttime lighting to dress it up a little bit. So we're going to go down here and use... I've kind of done this before, so I know it should work here just fine, but we're going to use the strip lighting from Spa Day. And we'll just outline these windows like this. And I'll turn off the sun here and we'll have kind of an idea of what it's going to look like. Like that. So we're going to get that great kind of urban... You know, a lot of times they'll outline buildings with lights or they'll uplight them in some way. So we're going to get that great sort of urban look by doing this. Put that there. Go up and do this one. Now it's going to take us a bit. You know, it's going to be a lot of placement because there's a lot of windows. But overall, I do think we're going to get a great look out of it. I'm going to try that. That. Do. That there. So we get a pretty good effect with that. And I kind of like how, you know, it lights up the side of the building here on the sides. I think it looks kind of cool. Again, pretty modern, pretty urban as a look. Let's pull, this lighting here. Now, one thing I am a little worried about doing this is it going to match with the building underneath it enough? I think it will. We can kind of see the building in the trailer, kind of. And I think it'll match pretty well. I might end up switching the windows you see here out with maybe new windows from the game, especially if the windows that are in the rest of the building, you know, the shell, are in build by. I might end up doing that because then it'll match the bottom even better. But I don't know. I really like these windows that I'm using right now, so we'll have to see. Even though this is a small lot, I do think this building would work pretty well as maybe an apartment building, you know, with 4 levels. Doing the apartments would be fairly small, but with the new pack for rent, you know, we could do 4 apartments out of this building pretty easily. And I think you could do, well, 4 2-bedroom apartments if you wanted to. You definitely could do 1-bedroom apartments or studio style apartments, loft style apartments. But I think you could do 2-bedroom apartments pretty easily. And in fact, I might try that out at some point. You know, I might take one of the floors, like say the top floor or something, before I outfit it as a master suite, or maybe the kids' floor. I might try converting that just to a 2-bedroom apartment within this apartment. I'm not going to leave it that way. That's not how I ultimately want it, but I think that's what I might try doing. We also are going to put in some lighting to light up the top. Give it a sort of, again, kind of like it's outlined with neon. Again, what's in my head is urban centers like Dallas. Dallas is a really good example, especially back in the 80s, which again, this building's kind of influenced by 80s ideas, right? 80s style, 80s architecture, and especially interior design. The new pack, the trailer, you know, a lot of the furnishings and stuff to me look super, super 80s. maybe late 70s, early to mid 80s. So that's kind of where I came at this apartment building from, was from that. Now, the furniture, I hope, is going to have at least a few swatches I like. I'm a little nervous about the swatch situation with that, but hopefully it'll be good. We'll go ahead and put these in here. Again, kind of tedious. I might just outline the front side here, save the back side for a minute, because one thing I see right now that I want to do, there's something I want to do real quick here. But you know, this takes a while, right? Come on, to put one of these in every single spot. But it'll give us, like I said, a pretty cool, modern, urban Dallas in the 80s. They had a lot of buildings kind of outlined in neon and stuff like that. This here. Whoops, hold on. And now we'll do this top part. Oops. So I really like this new light. I mean, yes, this is a little tedious, but it gives a great neon look. And the new pack has a lot of items kind of framed in neon, like some pictures and stuff. So, and a lot of neon items to go on the walls. So I can't wait. I hope that this does kind of tie in well enough. Grab that like that. And there we go. So we got that kind of outlined look to the building. What I want to do real quick is throw in a little of this sort of, you know, exterior trim, as we call it. We'll put some here. We'll put some here. I think I've already got it right there. So we'll do that. Also want to grab a little of this tile. We'll put that in there. I guess I could go ahead and finish this off. It didn't take that long. We'll grab this round. We'll see the whole building now. It's gonna look here. I hope. Maybe it's my. Let's see here. Come on. Wonder what the. Let's see here. Let's put that in place. See if that helps us. There we go. That does help. Oh boy. I mean, kinda. It's wanting to bounce down there too. And I don't think I can get that to go down. Now, again, later I can use a tool mod to lower it down, but I don't think. Okay, that's what I'm gonna have to do. Because if I go down here, can I do it from there? I guess I could do it from there. Let's try it. You know, I could do that, but then when I drop down to that level, you can see it there. We see it over here. We can kind of see it over there too. I don't mind that as much. It goes all the way across that window area. Ah, boy. Over here, I don't think I'm going to really like it. So I'm going to pull it up like so. And are we going to have that problem? We might have that problem all the way across here. I guess we are going to have that problem all the way across here. Okay. Okay. I am going to go ahead. Let me see. Let me see what it'll look like here. Let's move all these down. God bless me. Put that here. There. Take a look and see if we. So that just fits there. If we drop down, we're going to end up with that sort of, like we have the outline here. We're going to have that outline across here. Which I guess is okay. I guess we can live with that. It'd be a whole lot easier than trying to use tool mod to to fix all of those, right? I don't want to do that. Go through here like this. This is my vacation right now, but even though, oh, Hemford Hen. Yeah, good luck with all those lights. Yeah, I'm going to need it. I don't know when you sent that message. I'm sorry. I got so caught up doing all these lights that I'm just now seeing it. But yeah, I'm going to need luck doing all the lights. I mean, they'll come through okay. It might be a little tedious, a little bit of a tedious build, but in the end, I'll like it because it'll be worth it because I'll like it. I was just saying, even though it is my vacation, I'm going to probably do a lot of this because it is like 100 degrees here in Oklahoma, which is close to 40 degrees Celsius. That's 100 degrees Fahrenheit. It's close to around 40 degrees Celsius. It may get up to actually 40 degrees Celsius here today in Oklahoma. I haven't looked at the weather report just yet, but it is hot. It's so hot that basically, even running my air conditioner, you know, all the time, it's not going to get much. My house won't get much colder than 78 or 77 on the second floor. On the first floor, it will probably cool off to about 76, which is where I typically keep it. So that's fine, but there. But it's a scorcher, as they would say. Okay, so that's done. That's not too bad. We've got a nice kind of little outline there around our building. And that's kind of where I'm going with the exterior. I do want to do some more stuff on the exterior because right now it looks very, almost too downtown modern, right? It looks almost just too generic. And I do want to try to give it some sort of distinction beyond that, but we'll see. If I had the room, of course, if we had larger than a 20 by 15 lot, you know, I could do little bump outs and little build outs and kind of cut ins with walls. We don't have that space. We don't have that sort of space, so we're not going to do that. I guess we could throw some roofing stuff on here real quick. Let's see here. Grab stuff. Now let's go down. We'll turn the sun back on at this point. I kind of wrestled around and went back and forth with this, you know, stairwell here. I'm not sure that I really like it. I really want a spiral staircase, but I'm gonna leave it for now, but I'm not sure I really like it. I've also thought about doing something with this stuff. I kind of like that. I did think about swapping it out with potted plants simply because potted plants will not disappear like that, right? Don't know. For now, I think we'll go up here and we will take care of a few more things on this. One thing I thought about doing was filling in, you know, I've got this kind of open space along here. I did think about going through here and taking out, can I take those out? Yeah. Without screwing the whole thing up. Taking these out and then doing a sort of, well, let's just pull it up and show. A sort of, you know, slate tile sort of thing here. Let's see. This stuff, right? In white, and just kind of building this all the way from the top or from the bottom to the top. And again, I'm not real sure if I want to. I don't want to interrupt the view out these windows. And I've already got trees here doing that, at least on this level. Now the higher levels, we've got all this view out the windows and over here. So it's probably not as big a deal, but let's grab this here. Hold on. Take that out and that out. I'm going to try using this. You know, it was really dark there because it's set inside the wall. I think that's part of the problem. Maybe not. Maybe it's just this floor is dark. I'll bring this up here. Yeah, maybe just the floor itself is too dark. I don't know. Let's grab it and let's see. I'm getting a little bit of stutter off this other side too. Let me lower it a little bit. Okay, so the idea being that we'd have this sort of, you know, barrier between you and death, between you and falling 4 flights to your death, four stories to your death, up through the whole thing, right? It's a very sort of linear look. If you're on the first floor and you look up, it's going to give a very dramatic, bold statement. I don't like the fact that this is so gray. I don't know why that's reading so gray. My guess is going to be the lighting, naturally. I don't know why the lighting's doing that there. It's not doing it on the other levels. I'm going to test out something like this here. Does that change it? No, not really. It still leaves it really gray there. It's just not affecting it at all. If we bring it out here, maybe does it? No, it still really doesn't. So I don't know why that is. Now it does look okay there, but then, you know, it's kind of dark there, but it's okay there. So something about those walls is doing that, but putting a light there should change that. It should affect it. If we put an ambient ceiling light here, will it work? No, I mean, it lights the hell out of the wall, but it doesn't do anything to those particular items. That does a little bit. That kind of does. That didn't. Okay, what about... That kind of does. No, it didn't. Okay. Let's take that out. And I guess this didn't either. So once I take my hand off of it, it stopped. It doesn't affect it. Well, I don't know what I'm going to do there. Let's change just a long story short. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with that, since my idea was to have this long kind of look, right? But it's screwed up right here. So... And bringing it out of the wall doesn't affect it. I don't have the wrong color, right? I'm sure I don't. Nope, it's the right color. So for now, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it alone, but I don't have any idea what is wrong with that setup. That's so weird. Maybe something will come to me to try to fix it. Can we use... Hell, I don't know. Can we use uplighting? You know, these sort of spotlighty type things here. Am I going to get any effect off of that at all? I mean, you can see everything else lighting up around it. But not that. So if I take out the wall that they're setting in, I wonder if that'll make a difference. Let's try that. You know, let's try that real quick, because I do want this to work, right? I do want it to work. I'm not ready to give up on it just yet. That didn't work. I mean, it didn't affect. Okay, so if we take out these walls, does it? That doesn't affect it either. This is starting to get a little crazy. So I take out everything, right? I take out all these walls around them, and it's still that dark. You know what? That must be. This is all I can guess. It's because I've got it right here on the platform, maybe? Is it the fireplaces that are doing it? No, because it's on the platform there and that doesn't do it. It would almost have to be the fireplaces. Okay, so let's try. It's either the fireplaces or the mirrors. Let's take the mirrors out and see if that does it. No. If I take the fireplace out, does that do it? Not really. I mean, that's a little bit better. So if we take this out and this, I guess that does make it quite a bit better if we just take out literally everything here. If we take it all away, then it will work, but I don't want to take everything away. Let's see here. So that is, I guess, part of the problem is we've got. So what am I going to do about that? There's not a lot I can do with this being a penthouse lot. If it wasn't a penthouse lot, we could put a basement under there. We could put those items in the basement. We could heavy light them down in the basement, and then we could lift them up into place. And as long as we don't go down to the basement, you would never know anything about it, right? It would be fine. But with a penthouse lot, of course, we don't have basements. No, we don't get to have basements in a penthouse lot, so that won't work. The other option would be, take this out, let's put everything back. The other option would just be to have just a wall up to this point. Which I really didn't want to do, but that's okay. We could try it. We take this out, take that out. Because this is just, I just keep hoping somehow I'm going to put this in here and suddenly it's going to work. I wonder at which point does it work? No point. Okay. So we could go here. Let's take, I mean, one thing I might try later is, well, no, I'm not. I was thinking maybe I could try using the tool mod to lower something from above into place, but then every time I would go up, would it still show? I don't think it would. So maybe I could try that. Maybe. We might try that. So let's see here. I was going to use a pony wall, but I guess we're going to be stuck with using a full-size wall here. And if we're going to do that, and I'm going to assume that's just where we're going to be stuck, let's go ahead and mirror that entire wall. Again, we're going for kind of this 80s, 70s sort of look, right? And there were a lot of mirrors on a lot of walls in the 70s and 80s. And when I was a kid, oh my God. Like I can remember so many people's houses, including my own, including my family's house, that, they would mirror an entire wall of the living room, right? And sometimes they would have some sort of pattern on the mirrors, like not paisleys, but swirls or something crazy. My stepdad, at the time, he was one of those people. Like, I got home from school and my mom and he had decided to redecorate. And my brother and I didn't know anything about it, or my sister. Of course, my sister was little. We didn't know anything about it. And we get home from school and they'd done it like in a day, right? So we go to school, everything's the way it was. We get back from school and they have decided to redecorate. And we had a really large living room when you entered through the front door. And they divided part of it off with a pony wall to create an entryway, right? But not all the way up to the ceiling, just part way. And on the entryway side of it, they'd use this yellow raised flocked wallpaper, right? And it was, you could feel it when you touched it. The yellow part was maybe some sort of Baroque pattern, and it felt a little bit like velvet, right? And then behind that was kind of shiny. And then in the living room, they put up all of this gray wood paneling in the whole living room. And they put in blue carpet, blue shag carpet. And what else had they done? And the furniture was all new. The furniture was gray plaid. And then wooden furniture, including like these giant speakers that were meant to double as end tables, which sounds like a good idea because they were that big. They were so huge. But the bad thing was then when you're playing music, the bass might make your drink shake off the edge of the table, right? So they did that. And then my father thought it would look really cool if he put in these gray acoustic, not gray, white acoustic tiles. And they're kind of basically like styrofoam is what they were, I guess. That's what I remember in my head. It was like a styrofoam cup, kind of. And you could, he glued them to the wall. He glued them to the wall and then up across the ceiling. But just one wall. It's kind of like an accent wall. And he'd put these mirrored tiles in a 2x3 pattern. I think there were 6 of them. So I think it would have been a 2x3 pattern. Like two groups of those into those styrofoam tiles. And they had red swirls on them. So it was crazy. I mean, they must have been on drugs, but I really don't know. I don't know that, but I assume they must have been on drugs because it was so insane. Let's go ahead and grab our tub here. And, as a kid, I think I did think it was kind of cool. I mean, looking back on it, I think it was crazy. As a kid, I do think it probably was kind of cool, and kind of different, and kind of modern and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, looking back, I think, wow, that was crazy. I don't know if that tub's going to work there. Because I'm going to have to put the toilet here and the sink here. And I don't think the Sims will be able to enter unless I put the toilet here. So that could be problematic. So either we can do just a shower or just a tub. What to do. Let's do just a tub. Maybe I'll use this as kind of like a toddler's bathroom. We'll put just a tub in here. And a toddler's room, maybe. Just a tub. And we can turn it this way. And then we'll put the toilet in here. There's one particular toilet I've been using. Where is it? Down here? Yeah, this one. The other weird thing they had in that living room, that, again, none of this stuff looking back to me matches, right? It all looks like they just looked at it and thought, oh, I like that, and they bought it. But looking back to me, I think, God, none of that stuff matched. They had these kind of lamps, and they had these bulbous sort of, let me see if we can get a Yeah, I think that wood kind of matches that, so we'll go with that. Bulbous sort of bases that were lustrous, you know, looked like they had a luster glaze on them, and there were flowers on them, and these big, heavy gold bases. It was crazy. So yeah, does that match with red swirl mirrors and you know, gray plaid furniture and a blue carpet? I mean, I would say no, but apparently my parents didn't consult me at the age of like, you know, 5, but apparently they thought that it did, that it was perfect. In fact, they were very excited. But and at the time, like I said, I thought it was pretty cool because I was so young, but looking back, I think, good God almighty, what were they thinking? Let's put this here. We'll grab one for this side here so that they kind of match. Probably should put some toilet paper in here. A lot of times I don't put toilet paper. I kind of forget. I try to remember. Let's use this new roll in gold. Let's do gold. A lot of gold fixtures in the 80s. Again, we're going for an 80s kind of feel. A lot of gold fixtures in the 80s. I think they were brass. You know, they were actually brass, kind of like shiny brass or something. But it looked like gold. Let's go up here. I'm going to have to put this here. Like that. And then maybe we'll go ahead and we'll put another one over the tub. And see if we can find something that might feel like an 80s style fixture. It seems like there is something, right? Something kind of like a strip. I'm thinking like a bar with like maybe this. This is something I never use, again, because to me it looks kind of old, right? Like kind of old fashioned. But since that's the look we're going for, I guess we could put that in here. One thing I don't like is it's silver and not gold. So I'm gonna have to think about that. Do we have any other options? Let's see here. Not really. Not really, we don't. I could do something where we really don't have a lot to use for this sort of look. I'm thinking we could take something, I guess like this, but not that particular fixture, and just do 3 of them on the wall. But we don't have anything like, in the 90s they called it, and you didn't see this much in the 80s, but in the 90s they called it Hollywood lighting, right? So it'd be like a strip of round bulbs above your mirror and above the sink. So I don't think we have anything that replicates that. You know what? Let's look at this. Let's pull this real quick and maybe these. This might come close. So this thing here, if I shrink it down, do 3 of them right next to each other, that might come kind of close to a sort of late 80s up through the mid 90s, late 90s kind of look. I think I'm going to try that. We'll grab this here, take it off, take this off. The very first house I built was in the late 90s, and it had Hollywood lighting like that. So, but it was on a strip, you know, it was on a bar, but at least this comes in gold. So that's got that going for it. It's really bright, almost too bright, right? But maybe if we take this out, calm that down a little bit. No, not really. Let's put it back. Yeah, I could maybe turn one of them off, but that's really bright there, isn't it? I mean, it's really, really bright. I'm going to leave it for now. But yeah, all the bathrooms had Hollywood lighting like that. One thing, we could maybe just use one of them. Being that it's a kid's bath, there might have been something like this. A single one. Back in the day, hell, I don't remember. Let's go here. What I'm looking for is that bar. There's a bar that came with Get to Work, I think. And chrome wall panel. Does it come in any other colors? Not really. So again, we're going to be stuck with the wrong color. But I was thinking I could shrink it down. Of course, even shrinking it down is not going to work because It's going to have that weird shadow there. But I think I could shrink it down and then intersect the lights with it, and then it would kind of look like the lights are on a bar, but I don't think so. It's the wrong color, and it does look a little wonky. That was in my head that maybe it would work. It didn't really work. So for the moment, we're going to leave that alone. Maybe we'll get something in the new pack. Maybe we won't. That would fix that for us. I don't know. Let's see here. For a basic bathroom, that's not too bad. I think I'm going to stick with this for now. We could do a tile surround for the tub. Let's see what we've got. Just a basic white is what I'm thinking. Something like this. Digital world, they call it, right? Okay, something like that. I prefer for the whole bathroom to be tiled. I prefer for the whole thing, but again, going for kind of 80s look, I think it's going to be closer to what we'd have. Actually, this tub really is pretty nice for an 80s sort of style. Of course, this is a penthouse. This is a penthouse. And it doesn't exactly fit with an 80s sort of look. I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to agonize too much over this bathroom. I spent too much time on this bathroom as it is. This is like a little kid's bathroom, and I'm like worried to death about it. Once our pack gets here, I'm going to outfit it with some clutter. It would be the thing. On this thing, on this side, we could go ahead, I think, and use, I think we could go ahead and use the built-in shower bath. Which is what I wanted to do from the start. And this is a whole lot more kind of an 80s look, right? This definitely gives us that feel. No, because I still have to put it... Okay, so it still won't work. You know, I guess what I could do... I know what I could do. Put this here. We move the closet down. And... put the door here. And then we can put our toilet here and our sink here. That's what we're going to do. And we're going to fix the other bathroom the same way. Since we're going to do just the exact same kind of stuff, let's grab this. Because this particular setup, this sort of like, you know, glass sliding door, shower tub combo, to me, very, very 80s, very, very 80s look. We'll change that to gold. That's perfect. White tub, gold fixtures, very 80s. The thing that's not 80s is kind of the shower head, but I can forgive that, right? We can live with that. We can go with that. Grab our little boxy sink here and put it on there. Grab this. Put it over here. Like so. Do. Grab the mirror, and we'll put it on here. Grab our towel. I wonder if I could have I probably could have just copied that bathroom and swung it around. Truth be told, put that there. Now, we have this bigger towel rack. I think I'm still going to use it, but we'll move it above the toilet. It's going to be pretty common. I think, well, let's put it over here. Let's put it on this side. I might do a high boy above the toilet of some sort, like shelving or something. And is that it? Is that all I used? Yeah. Grab this, put it here. We'll grab this and put it here. And I'm just going to use a single bulb above that sink because this is going to get crazy bright over here in that corner. Take that out, take that out. Still pretty bright. And we'll take this out. I don't know about using the tile wall. This is glassed in, so there's not as much reason to do a tile wall in that case. That, like that. Put that there. Let's see here. Move our closet. I highlight and move the closet as a room like that, by the way, just because I've got mirrors set into the door to give it like a glass front closet look. Again, super 80s, super 90s, a glass fronted closet like that, or a mirrored fronted closet like that. And so it's easier for me to just copy and move it than it is to try to rebuild it, right? I'll put this here, this here, that there, that there. So all in all, this is going to come along pretty well for two little kids' bathrooms here. I think we're going to have the right type of look. We could throw in some shelving real quick. What's in my head right now, and I guess this is what we'll try. It might be too big, but I've used it in a bathroom before, so let's try it in a bathroom here. Is the new gold kind of tone and glass shelf from whatever that pack was, right? Like kind of like the luxury pack, right? So we could put that here. Again, to me, it feels kind of big for this toilet space, right? I mean, that's pretty big. We could make it smaller like that. So we can make it smaller like that. And I think that might work okay. We could also use this. That's also big though. Make it smaller. But I really like this. This has, again, that kind of 80s sort of look. I'm going to go with that. We are going to use it. We'll see how it kind of works out for us. Better put one over here on the other side for our two matching kids' bathrooms. Or a guest. It could be a guest bath. Guest bedroom, guest bath. Let's do that. Okay. So I don't think we're getting a lot of kids stuff with the new pack. I mean, it is a romance pack, so it kind of makes some sense that we're not going to see a lot of kids stuff or maybe even teenagers stuff in this particular pack. I suppose, the little heart plush could work for a kid. It could. And for a teenager. But I don't think we're going to see a lot. So we can probably decorate out of what we have. A toddler room and maybe a teenager's room. You know what, though? That new heart-shaped bed would work for a teenager. I could see a lot of teenagers that would like a pink heart-shaped bed. So I might wait and do the teenager's room until we get the new pack. Because, yeah, I could see, pink hearts and a teenager's room. I mean, mostly I'm thinking teenage girls' room. But, some boys too. Teenage boys' room too, one or the other. I would really kind of dig that, so I'm going to leave it. So we'll do kind of a little toddler's room here. And then let's put together a seating area out here. My thought is someplace to hang out with friends, right? So let's put a small TV in place. Video games. I mean, we've got all that down in the family room right now, but if it were my house, like with my son, he'd probably get sick of me hogging it, right? He'd probably get sick of me always wanting to play the video game myself and not him. How about this? I do kind of like this. This looks nice. Let's do this. I'm going to try to center it on the wall here. Grab ourselves a video game system. The expensive one, right? We're going to use the expensive video game system because this is a penthouse. We need some sort of, I guess we'll use this. I like this. Or maybe this. My thought is to use this because of the rounded corners. There's a lot of rounded corners in the assets of this new pack. That's what it looks like anyway. It's what it looks like to me. We have a lot of rounded corners. So I'm going to kind of go with this. And the rounded corners are kind of, well, I mean, I feel like it is kind of an 80s thing. 80s had a lot of sort of Art Deco sort of influences to it. Or a sort of an 80s version of Art Deco. So I think this will work pretty well. Let's do two of these like this and like that. In fact, that really does look like mid 70s to mid 80s is this box. I would say that it is that box, like totally that box. I'm going to look eventually, maybe here in a little bit, see if we can find some clutter. Maybe some stacks of CDs could go in there. CDs are 80s, although not really gaming CDs, but music CDs are 80s. And then we had gaming CDs, of course, by the 90s with computer PC gaming and stuff. But We'll see if we can find some stacks of CDs. I know we've got those. In fact, I'm going to try putting in CD here and see if it brings up anything. It does right there. There we go. So we got these, but I'm also going to grab, I know that we have with Get to Work, there is, let's go here to Get to Work, not Get to Work, Get Famous, or is that what it's called? Get Famous? Yeah, Get Famous. There's like a little pack of kids CDs, right? I want to see everything here. Like it's from like some TV show or something. Where is it? Ah, there it is. That, right? Void Bop, volume 15. So we're going to stick that up here maybe, right? So we've got the more adult or maybe teenager games here. Got the little kids games or the little kids like DVDs to watch on the TV. Again, DVDs definitely late 90s. So, okay, you'd have Laserdisc in the 80s, though, but they'd be bigger. But you did have Laserdisc in the 80s. We'll pretend these are Laserdisc. How about that? We do have some records right now, too. In fact, in a box. Let me find them here. Is it under records or albums, maybe? Records of the Past and Clutter. There we go. Let's see. There they are. Now, I kind of wish they weren't in a milk crate. I do. But I think maybe we can get something that kind of will work here. We got blue and black and whatever that color is, blue. So really just blue and kind of blackish gray. So what do we want to use? Let's use a blue one, and they fit right inside there. What I do love about it is they do fit right inside these cubbies like that. And now I will be honest, yes, in the sort of like early 90s, well, till I had a place of my own, late 90s type of stuff. I had records in a milk crate like this. So yeah, I mean, that definitely keeps with the era, 80s, 90s. I just wish it was a different color because it would match, match these little cubbies better. And I actually just wish we had a stack of records or albums or whatever to stick in there because that would be more realistic. Do we have albums, just albums? I don't think we do. I'm going to double check. See what we got here. Nothing is what we've got here, so we won't worry about it. Okay. But, we've got some, CDs and albums in our video game. I mean, that's not a video game system from the 80s either. A video game system from the 80s would be like Nintendo, like a Nintendo console. Or an Atari. Atari would be like early 80s, maybe late 70s. But I wish we had a Nintendo, like a little boxy sort of Nintendo. Super Nintendo is kind of early 90s, so not Super Nintendo yet, but just a regular Nintendo, like an old-fashioned Nintendo. I think that'd be cool if we had that. Let's find some kids' furniture or something maybe like this. Maybe. I'm going to grab that to begin with. It's kind of big, but I think maybe in an orange. Maybe a blue. Let's go with blue. These are kind of matches are, well, white. Not white with kids. Maybe not white with kids. We'll go with blue here. Kind of pull it close to the TV. I'm going to eyeball that into place. Should I just do a sofa or I could do some chairs to go with it? Let's see here. I think the only chairs we have that match are going to be these. But those are kind of cool. Let's put those in there. That way if they have a lot of friends over. These are popular kids because they're rich, right? They're popular kids, especially in the 80s. Especially in the 80s, with all that conspicuous consumption. All of that flashy, showy sort of like money stuff. Yeah, especially in the 80s. These kids are rich. They live in a penthouse, right? So they've got lots and lots of friends who all want to come over and play like, the latest stuff they've got on their video game system here. Let's pull this like that. I think we might, well, I wanted to do a contrast, but I think we'll go with blue actually. Maybe. Let's go with that blue. So we'll put in a lot of seating here for our friends that are coming. I don't know where that came from. Why is that there? I don't know. And we could put some sort of Maybe just table back here. We don't need much. Although really, I mean, most of this stuff you see here would have been a pretty typical middle class. Well, not a flat panel in the 80s, but, you know, TV, video games, some albums or some CDs. Oh, that would have been pretty typical. And we're going to put some computers in. Computers in the late 80s, again, if you're middle class, kind of, yeah, I mean, definitely middle class and higher, you would have some sort of PC probably in your house, maybe not lower middle class, but like we had an Apple IIe when I was a kid. I loved that thing. I loved the Apple IIe, probably just because of my age. You know, looking back, there's probably just a lot of nostalgia there, but like I loved it so much. And looking back, I still love it. I wish I still had it. Naturally, I got rid of it. As times change and different things came out. But I do wish I still had it. It would be really cool just as kind of a showpiece. And I played a lot of cool games on it. Cool for the day. You know, now looking back, I don't think anybody would be impressed. But for the day, they were super cool. And I don't know, some people might be impressed because there are a lot of games like we have now with Maxis where it's just text-based gaming, you know, the sort of like rabbit hole gaming. Wasn't much different than that. Some of the text-based gaming. Let's see here. We'll do that for the toddler to play with out here. Can toddlers play with that, though? I don't think they can they? I'm still going to leave it, well, I'm still going to leave it out here because this is kind of a kid's area. I'm going to put it there. And let's see if we can, what would the toddler play with? That's infants, children. I mean, I know toddlers will play with like a playhouse. Play with that. Let's grab a playhouse. We'll do that. Maybe like this one. That's kind of, again, feels a little bit 80s to me. Like the sort of dollhouse you would see. I had friends that did kind of have a Victorian style dollhouse like that. Like their parents built it, I think. But you could buy it at the store. And in my head, I see it as like a million pieces, right? And it was wood and you had to like glue it together and stick it together. But then later it did look pretty cool. Yeah, I think that's what you would do. So I'm going to put that here. I think that works okay. I did make it a little bit smaller because I don't know if he can, I don't even know at that size if he'll be able to play with it there with the sofa in the way. Maybe if I move the sofa a little bit, it's getting a little crowded here, but we'll go ahead and do that. Now, my thought is with the new pack, we could put the gaming table over here. But then I also think, is the gaming table just going to be for adults? Because it's kind of an adult game, right? It's kind of like some sort of woohoo game or something. Someone, I think, was pointing that out, that like the cards have a woohoo symbol on the back of them. So it might be kind of some kind of like, you know, kind of woohoo game. So maybe instead we look and see if we can find the Don't Wake the Llama, or we could do this. We could do like the little playhouse out there. Let's do that. That seems like that would be fun if you had your friends over. Kind of do the playhouse, play around with the playhouse a little bit. Does come in some different colors, of course it does. It's got a nice blue. Got that one. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Let's go with that. I hope, I have not used this much. I think they can get around back there and get into it. When I play test it, we'll see if it works. Right here, what should we put there? I mean, we've got quite a lot of stuff going in this kind of common kids area as it is. I really don't know. Do we even need anything there? I mean, it kind of makes sense there might be something there. But I think I'm going to leave it kind of blank. Again, being that it's a kids area, I just don't... I don't know. If I see something, I'll leave it open in case I see something. If I see something, then I'll put something there. If I don't, I won't worry about it. Put this little plant back over here. like so. I'm gonna try turning that around. I don't want it to intersect the wall too much. If it intersects a little bit, I'm not too concerned, but I don't want it to intersect too much. We'll put it right there. That's kind of a nice looking little plant there. We'll put a little plant up here. Got a little plant on this table. Probably we could grab some more kids' knicky-knack stuff, like the void critter stuff, or you know what? Let's use Zombie Carl. Zombie Carl's like my favorite one of these My Sims Go people. I love him so much. I put him in stuff. Where is he here? I put him in stuff all the time. He should be right here, right? Or not. Maybe not. Am I missing him? There he is. No, that's not him. There he is, right there. Okay, so there's Zombie Carl. We'll put him up here. The other one I really like is kind of the dark gothy looking girl. I always think of her as Elvira. That's not correct. There she is. She's real close to him. I use her a lot. Violet. Let's put her in here. Put them over there. And maybe I'll leave it at that. I do want to leave some room to personalize our actual rooms and not just these common areas. Now over here, we're going to do kind of a study area. We really only need a study area for the older kid, right? Because the toddler can the toddler use a computer? I don't think so. I think they might be able to use the toddler rabbit tablet thing or something. Let's see what we've got to work with. Let's put in a desk first. Let's see here. This stuff also gives me a real 80s vibe. I think it's supposed to be kind of more Art Deco, but because the 80s fell back on Art Deco a lot, I think this will work for that. Let's see what kind of colors we got to work with here. That's actually not too bad of a color if it wasn't like worn out, right? Because it is worn out there. We got blue. We got that. That's pretty. I do like that. We got this one. That's pretty. This kind of, it's got this kind of marbled top. So let's go with that. Let's go with that. It's a little bit dark though. Is there a marbled top that isn't dark? Got that inlaid. That's got a marble top. Again, it's kind of a dark desk. We got yellow. The yellow does. The blue has inlay. That blue. It's kind of a nice sort of look. It's kind of a pastel. I feel like it's a little worn out. Is that what it's supposed to be? Kind of worn out there, kind of distressed, or is it supposed to be clouds? I don't know. I don't know. Let's just go with yellow. I think yellow is the best we're going to get there. Grab ourselves a chair. This looks good. Oh, I like this. Okay, again, let's grab this. First of all, that's going to go really well with the stuff from that new pack for a teenager. That sort of heart-shaped stuff, right? So let's use a heart-shaped chair. Does this come in pink? I think it did. I think I was just seeing a pink one. Where was it? Is it this? That. So let's give our future... I don't know. It's not really pink. I don't know what color that is. Are we going to call that pink? I don't know. Yellow might be what we have to fall back on. Because I'm just not sure about that. That's kind of a green. That's kind of pink. Is that pink? I'm colorblind, you guys. I'm going to guess that that's pink. It kind of looks like pink. So, okay. I'm going to call that pink. We're going to go with that. I think we even have a pink computer. Isn't this pink? Yes, let's do that. Now, this is not 80s. Okay, so like a laptop, totally not 80s. 80s computer is going to look more like maybe that, sort of. In fact, that's probably our closest 80s computer right there. That actually kind of looks like an Apple, kind of like an Apple IIe. I guess we could do that, but God, I love that little pink laptop for this desk. I wish this came at least in Does it come in white? Kinda. Although, let me tell you, that sort of like beige there, that is an Apple IIe color, right? Beige is an Apple IIe color. So we're going to go, let's go with that. It's not exactly, okay, it's not exactly like an Apple IIe. It definitely isn't. But an Apple IIe, it looks a lot like it. Maybe that was their inspiration, especially this. I'm going to see if I can zoom in here a little bit more. Whoa, whoops. Come on. Maybe I won't be able to. Will I be able to get over here? Get some motion sickness if I'm not careful. I'm just trying to... I don't think I'm going to be able to get it. Oh, there we go. Finally. Okay, see these? See those? Those look like 5-inch floppy disks to me. Like disk drives, and you would stick your disk in there and you push this little kind of like little thing down, this little lockdown, and then it would play it. And the great thing was about having dual ones is you didn't have to swap the disk in and out if you're playing a big game that had a lot of programming, because if it had too much programming, they had to send you 2 disks, right? So you might have the one that had the game on it and the one that had your save on it, right? So you can come back and play it later. Really in my head, what I'm thinking of is Ultima, like one of the Ultima sequels, like Ultima 7 or something. I don't know. And that was how that worked. So I love this. That definitely looks like 2 5-inch floppy disk drives. So I'm going with this as our 80s computer. Let me get back out here. It's going to look pretty cool. There are some great 80s mushroom lamps coming with the new pack. Again, a super 80s look to have like a mushroom lamp. I don't really know that we have anything that's going to compare to that. I would like to throw something in here just to light the area up a little bit. But we've got this. This is not, though, the same thing. We've got this. Now, this is an 80s lamp. I think this really looks like one. There should be one, though, that's not trash, right? Should be a regular one in here. There it is. Does it come in pink? I don't think it does. It does have white, and it has red. Let's go with white. Grab a white one here and put on the desk. Like that. I don't really know what those are called. I mean, I always kind of thought of them as like an arm lamp. And you could pull it up and down that little arm there, you know, and kind of move it around. And this might twist, you know, twists and stuff. I had something vaguely like this when I was a kid. So put that there on the desk. Now, the hallway itself could use some lighting. We can either do over lighting, or we could do sconces. I don't know that we have any sconces I'm really going to feel like work with this look. Maybe this, though. I say that. Don't say it too quick, Jason. Maybe this would work pretty well. What kind of colors we got here? A nice white. What if I put one on each side of each door? Does that even light this place up at all? It really doesn't light up much. Those do look cool, and I do like the vibe that's got going there. The color's a little off. Maybe it'd be better like that. Maybe that's closer to white. This looks really dark over here. I just don't think they light up the space enough, especially that dark ass corner. Let's go ahead and we're going to augment it with some overhead lighting, like here, and maybe down here. It'd be great if we had track lighting. I would love track lighting up here where we could spotlight the walls, spotlight a piece of art. We don't have that, but we'll see. Maybe we'll get that in the new pack. That would be really cool. Again, since I'm feeling an 80s vibe from that new pack, track lighting would definitely fit that. Get a drink here. And we'll grab a piece of 80s modern art. I'm going to use some of these too. So we'll put some family photos up. We'll put a piece of art in the middle. You know, when I say family photos, those actually work really well just to put any photos in. So if you want to do scenic photos in your game, you know, take your sim out, take some pictures of San Myshuno, take some pictures of Del Sol. If you take your sim on vacation and take pictures, you can throw anything in there. So I might put vacation pics in here when I have a sim living here or something like that. We've got a lot of this sort of art that is good kid art. I'm going to save it for the kids' rooms. Out here in the hallway, I'm going to put something more like a parent might pick out. What is this? That's for a puzzle, isn't it? Maybe. We could use the framed puzzle. Maybe. I don't know. For now, I don't know. I'm torn. How big is it? It's not very big. We can make it bigger. Like that. And we can put it between those. And I love the fact the frame matches, right? Do these come in any different colors? Let's see. We got red. Kind of that color. I think I'm going to leave them black and white. For now, I'm going to leave that. I don't have a puzzle to put in it. But maybe I'll have some kids put a puzzle together. I don't know. Maybe. And that works. I'm going to go with that. That works pretty well. On this side, we could put some sort of artwork here. Whoops. Sorry about that. Bouncing up and down. Let's put some sort of artwork over here. And we might put something in the corner on that other side. I don't know what, but something. While we're looking for artwork, I'll let my brain kind of think about that corner. I want something kind of fun and colorful for the kids. So maybe this would be great. We could do it really large like that. I'm going to try moving this maybe more over here in that case. Really bright, really colorful for the kids. Let me turn off the sun real quick. I want to see just how dark this area is. Pretty dark. So let's grab some wall lighting here. Wrong thing. Sometimes what I do is I do intersect these lights we're about to use. I'm going to put this one here for the art. Sometimes I will use these or try to use these with the elevators. I don't know. But so you can kind of blend them in like that, right? So it looks like the light's kind of coming off the elevator. You could maybe do like that up there. One thing though is we do have these new lights and we use them on the outside of the building. So maybe we use them on the inside of the building. These. How much is that going to light things up for us? If I bring it across and just kind of put it there. Again, just to give it that sort of neon look. And I'll tell you, there are neon pictures coming with the new game, the new pack. And I think like some of this art might get swapped out for those, you know, especially in the kids area. I'm going to make that bigger. That's too big. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just use one of these. When I have the tool mod active, I am going to come in here and make it just big enough to fit all the way across so that it won't stick out on either side and it won't overlap and have that kind of weird, you know, double bright in one area and not as bright in the other areas. Now this area back here is plenty bright. This is a little dark. What I would like to do is maybe, I don't know what. I don't necessarily think we need to have it too bright. So again, we could use something like this. We could use these in white. We could kind of bring it up here. Normally I kind of disguise it behind the TV. It's not really going to work there. If we use this, this might disguise behind the TV. In fact, it does. Let's use that. So it brightens up that area, kind of gives some lighting for the kids to look at their stuff here. The rest of it could be a little bit darker like it is. I don't think it's that big a deal. If I put in an end table, the end tables might get swapped out because I hope that we have something kind of Again, kind of rounded, kind of like, the image in my head is kind of rounded, right? Like a cube, but with rounded corners. I don't know that we have anything like that in the pack, but that's the image in my head, kind of with the 80s, right? This is also something a little bit like that, you know, with that sort of like lucite inset there. That also might work. Boy, it's too big, I feel like, for this space. What about this? This has some rounded look to it. It definitely looks like a kid's. God damn, it's big. Why is that so big? Look how huge that is. That's really bigger than I want, though. So we're not going to use that. Let's skip that. Maybe this one. This isn't exactly an 80s look, but I think I could live with it. I feel like there's a blue and yellow version of this. Like right there. Yeah, let's do that. That's a lot more reasonable in size, right? For like what we're going to have here with our kids, like a little kids area. Put it like this. And that sort of geometric kind of look and shape, I think that kind of works there too. And again, it would fit a little bit with the 80s. The 80s were a big 50s nostalgia time. So, and then it kind of morphed into the 60s during the 80s. So you started about 75 maybe with 50s nostalgia up to the mid 80s to 60s up to the mid 70s when you had, I mean, the mid 90s when you had the 70s nostalgia. Because the mid to late 90s, there was a lot of 70s nostalgia, big sort of 70s nostalgia time. But in the mid 80s, you still had a lot of 50s nostalgia just morphing into the 1960s. So this sort of mid-century modern look wouldn't have been out of place. We'll go ahead and we'll grab, we can put some lamps on there. That'll brighten it up a little bit more. We've got this. This is cute for kids. We've got that, of course. Or this. This is really cute. Colors has come in. Kind of dig that a lot. Does it come in a pink? Since I kind of got some pink going, that's kind of a pink look. Let's put that on here. That on there. It's not very bright. I guess it's more of a nightlight type of thing, right? Maybe. We have soccer ball would be cool. I do like this. I guess we could just use this. You know, and it's blue. It comes in other colors, but it is blue. Does it come in a pink? Maybe. It comes in yellow. This isn't really an 80s look, but it's a cool lamp, and I think it works for the kids, and it kind of matches the one on the other side. So we'll throw that in there for the kids to use. Now, the walls here are pretty white. We've had a lot of white walls so far. Again, not really odd for the era, not really odd for the time. We could do maybe a beige, you know, some sort of beige through there, but I think I'm going to leave it white. I was thinking about maybe doing an accent wall here. And we could... Let's take a look at our wallpaper real quick. I might do it, and if I change my mind later, that's okay. Take it out. Because what I have in my head, I use this a lot for kids, is this stuff, right? Retro color blocks. So it gives us kind of a colorful look here. The weird thing is I don't know. I feel kind of like this window, like the windows are off, but they're not off. But they feel off with the way the wallpaper's placing here. Let's maybe run it. We could run it the whole wall. So we got that. I don't know. That's not really... It's not really an 80s look. I just kind of like it. I wonder, what do we have that might work better? I mean, this kind of strikes me, sort of. That maybe we could use... Although not really. But kinda. Kinda it does feel that way. This kind of feels that way, but I don't think we have any colors that will work. Oh, we do have that kind of pink and white. Could do pink and white through there. That's not too bad. I think I might leave it, and it's kind of pastel. So let's go with that. And do we have a pink one? We do. Let's do pink for the TV. So we got kind of pink and blue. In fact, now that I think about it, let's do a boy and a girl. And maybe the boy likes blue and the girl likes pink. Or maybe we'll reverse it and we'll say the teenage boy likes pink, especially in the 80s. The 80s, a lot of guys wore pink in the 80s. So maybe we'll do like a pastel pink for the guy, the teenage guy. And we're going to do blue for the little girl, right? For the toddler girl. And we'll kind of reverse that sort of traditional feel. And like I said, we're always going to have the guy's going to be into hearts and all sorts of stuff. Maybe he's gay, right? Maybe he's me in the 90s. Maybe he's gay. And so he totally likes the hearts and this sort of like softer, pinker look. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to do that. Because I would have dug that in the 80s. I would have loved if I had been a teenage kid in the 80s and if I had, like as a little kid, if my mom said, you can decorate your room however you want, I probably would have done like pinks and pastels and mushroom lamps and stuff like that. Let's see here. We'll go. I think that looks okay. I mean, I really don't think there's much more that we need to put in there. I'm going to go in here and kind of take a look at our toddler's space. Now, we have a ton of room, so we can use like the playhouse in here. Let's pull that up real quick. And is it in toys or activities? Probably activities, but we'll check toys. No, here it is. We're going to grab his little play tin over here. And I might build a little, sometimes with toddlers' rooms and toddlers' play areas or kids' play areas even, I build a sort of little, sort of a little fantastical sort of play area. So let's do that. Let's throw in a light real quick so we can see what we're doing. And I think we have one of these. Is this the farm? It is the farm. I was thinking of the farm one. So what if we put in, I don't know if we have enough stuff to pull it off, but what if we put in like a little farm fence around this area, right? And so this is where he comes to play like he's on the farm, and we could grab like the little sheep sitting thing. Okay, let's go. Let's just go with that. Let's pull up our fence options here. We have like a little toddler fence. That might work. It's definitely the right size. It's definitely kind of diminutive. We could also use, again, because they're rich, right? They live in a penthouse, so they can afford to build a stone fence in this toddler's bedroom. We could do that, or we've got this stuff. I do like this. Comes in a nice blue. We're going to go with blue for this little, for the toddler. Maybe that. What kind of, I guess it depends on what kind of farm we want. We could also use this. This is kind of tall. The other, this is not too bad. It's kind of tall. This is a little bit smaller, I think, in scale. I mean, slightly. That's why I'm probably going to use that, because it is smaller in scale. And we're going to have a toddler in here. I do have a toddler on the lot with me. So I might bring him in here in a minute, maybe. I'll need him to play test stuff anyway. Do we have anything else? We have some stuff. Kind of like this. This is very small, but I don't think it really works. We got stuff like that. We do have this. But again, not really. I might just go with this. I like this fence. That's really cute there. And we can do it in a blue. So let's pull it up here. Grab ourselves a nice blue version of it. We got that kind. I kind of like the blue and yellow. It's got a good look to it. But then we also have this light blue. I'm going to go with blue and yellow. Let's pull the blue and yellow here. We're going to do it at kind of an angle so it doesn't take up too much space. Can we bring it out like this maybe? And like that. And like that. And then we're going to put a little fence in here, a little gate, I mean, so you can get in and out. We've got this one, we've got this one. I actually really like this, and I was kind of thinking of this toddler fence. So maybe we use this gate. And it comes in yellow. We could put yellow there. And I did almost use that toddler fence. Let's look at that fence real quick and see. Because looking at it, it does kind of make me second guess my choice. There it is. Because it's such a cute little picket fence. Does it come in blue? It does come in this little kind of pastel-y kind of blue or yellow. Let's see what it looks like. Let's do that. I like that. That has a very, very kid feel. Now we're going to need to put in, let's find the sheep here. I could put a real sheep. Maybe we should put a real sheep here in this space. We'll put a little sheep chair. Got this one, sheep in sheep's clothing. We'll put it maybe over here. Oh, that's a good idea. In fact, what we'll do, this is going to be, this will be the mother sheep, right? Or the daddy sheep or the parent sheep. And these will be little baby sheep because that's how a toddler would kind of think, I think. So we'll throw a couple of those in there. Do we have like a rug that would look like a yard? Let me see here. For some reason in my head, I feel like we do have that. We have this. That's kind of too thick. Well, maybe not. Maybe it's just the way it looks. We might use this. Okay, this does look like kind of, I want it to be bigger. I want to feel more of the space, but again, with the tool mod, I can come back later and kind of make it not quite that big, but not this small, right? So we use that. I'm gonna go ahead and make it the full size. And when I come back, I'll just shrink it down a little bit with tool mod. So again, we've got a little bit of a look of kind of a field here. And these are little sheep hanging out. We're going to bring him forward a little bit. We're going to bring his little babies forward here. Like this. What else do we have for a barnyard? I don't know. Let me check and see what other sort of kids stuff would work for a barnyard. I don't know that we have a lot that will work. We've got an Ewok. Oh, a cat. Okay, so there's always a barn cat, right? There's always a barn cat, little farm cat. So we're going to put him in here. And what are some of these things? We got a rattle. We got the Ewoks. Oh, he's so cute. I love him. Okay. I don't think he's really a barnyard material, but maybe I might put him in there. Do we not have, we just don't have any farm animals, do we? Except for the sheep. The sheep are very cool, though. We do have that. Let's look under these toys, just in case. Got that little kind of mouse toy. Is that what this is supposed to be? A mouse, maybe? Or maybe a hamster? Baby wipes. One thing I think, do we have a bale of hay in game somewhere? I think we do. Let's see. Since he's a toddler, we are going to need a toddler potty to pull one of those together. Oh, that's so cute. I love that. I'm going to go with that one. Let's see here. What else can we use? I wonder if there's room for this. It is a playhouse. Does he need another playhouse? Not really, but it's got a kind of a tree shape. My other thought is just to use a tree or something from the planters. Okay, so I'm running out of stuff here to use as far as a barnyard goes. We have this. This supposed to be a chicken? No, it's supposed to be a toaster. Okay. We do have a chicken or a rooster. Not really a kid's toy, but we do have that. I don't know. Let's grab something out of decorations. We'll grab kind of a tree. We have this. This is an actual tree. That's big. But, you know, that's not too big for this room. Not really. And especially because we got such high ceilings. And we could make it a little bit smaller like that and put it over here by the window. So it gets a lot of light, right? And we'll move our playhouse over just a little bit, our little barn area. And we could put like a couple of these trees in here. Like so. I think I just Squashed her baby. Move her baby out here. Put a couple of these trees in here. Bring that out there. We'll put the little lost sheep back over here, the one that's lost. And we'll put the one that is found right over here by its mom. Or dad. I keep saying both. So let's see here. By its parent. What other colors does this come in? White might work best, but... I'm going to go with white. Just a nice plain white there. Okay, so we're getting kind of a look. I kind of like that, right? Some little trees over his play area. Those are intersecting the window ever so much. Let's see if we can pull them out here. I don't want to get them too close to this stuff. I don't want them interfering with routing. Go with that. See if that does it. Okay, so we got some trees in place. We got some toys, place to sit, guys. Playhouse. Let's see if I can find that bale of hay. I swear we got one maybe with the horse thing recently. Right there, yeah, hay bale. What's that? What did I just pull up? Let's see here. Oh, shoot. When did I lose it? Kind of scrolled too hard there. Let's try that again. I do want to see this. What's that? I'm going to put that in here. I don't really see what that bailout thing is, but I guess it's something here in debug, but I'm not seeing what's highlighted. And debug's a little glitched here lately, you know, or I mean, search is a little glitched, and it's like when you search, it doesn't take you directly to it. It's just kind of close. Okay, never mind. We're not going to worry about it. Well, let's look for the actual bale of hay here. I was just curious what that was because it popped up. So, oh well. We'll go here. Grab that. Put it right over here. We're going to grab Yarny. We'll put him over here. Yeah, let's grab Yarny. We'll put him over here by the little lost sheep. Maybe he's helping the little lost sheep get home. Like in the game, you know, Yarny trying to get home. So we'll put the little lost sheep over here by him. He's watching over the little sheep. We got our little barn cat over there. Little bale of hay to set on. I think this is going to be a pretty good little toddler's play area. You know, since they live in a skyscraper, this gives them a chance to go outside, right? We'll go ahead and we'll grab... Do we have anything like the sun in here? Let's see what comes up under sun. These work pretty well, I think, for the barn as well. Or that does. I'm going to put this outside his barn door here. Or kind of his farm door. We'll put that there. We have this sun. I do use this a lot to kind of represent the sun in the sky. We might put that up there. We've got a sun right up there, but a toddler really couldn't see that. That's more for the player, right? Or for the adult in the room. So we'll put that there. What else do we have? That's cute. I don't think I've seen that. It's a simple but stylish dress that a rabbit... Oh, it's for the rabbit to wear. Okay, I get it. We could put rabbits in here. I could put the rabbit house in here. And I think it will spawn rabbits in the house. Some people do keep rabbits as pets. Let me see here. Can I do that? Let's see. Like this thing, can I put that in the house? Functional off-grid. It doesn't want to place in the house. Must be outside. Oh, that's too bad. That would have been really cute. Have your own little rabbit house in your bedroom as a toddler. Toddler would have loved that, Maxis. I'm gonna blame you when my toddler's crying because he didn't get it, but okay. There is kind of some wallpaper we can use in here. Something like the sky, or we've got this stuff. This is okay. We've got this kind of like a sunset looking stuff. Which one to use? This is supposed to be kind of nighttime a little bit, I think, but there is these sort of brighter colors. I'm going to use this green. Bring it across here and here. I don't like the fact that it has the moldings on it. I wish it did not have crown molding on it. I just want, you know, the look for this one particular area. And so since it has crown moldings and baseboards, it doesn't really fit with the rest of the room, but it looks cute enough that I'm going to keep it. And what we can use, we can go back and we'll grab the decals. I almost forgot those. We do have rabbit decals that we can put on the wall. Let's see here. Where are they? We're getting so much stuff in this game. I love this. Let's put these up here. This is one of my favorite decals for kids. Some balloons kind of in the sky. There's some of our rabbits. Where's the jumping ones? There they are. Let's put them on the window. Raise them up just a little bit. Let's see what colors we have. We have pink and white, purple, green. Let's stick with green, like the walls. Go with that. So we got some rabbits kind of hopping across there. And then maybe a tree. Where is it? Down further, I guess. Must be. There's one of them. That's not really the one I'm looking for, I don't think. There's a different one I like a little bit better. But it's not going to be down this far. So either I'm wrong or I missed it. Let's see. Well, which pack did it come in? I don't even really remember which pack it came in. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to just use that other tree that I just saw. We'll use that, and then if I come across the other one, I'll just put it in. Make that a little bit smaller. Back there. And we'll grab a little bit larger one, put it over here. Well, it's still kind of too big. Let's make it smaller. And we're going to go with a much smaller version and kind of put it back behind. So it looks like it's growing off in the distance, right? It's growing off a little bit further off. And I guess that's it for now. That looks pretty good for a little kids area. I think I'm gonna like that. Like I said, we'll use the tool mod to make sure that this fits a little bit better, but it's really not too bad. If it sticks out under the fence and stuff a little bit, it's not that big a deal. Let's grab ourselves a little toddler bed and maybe a little toy chest. He's got a really big room, especially for a toddler. He's got a big room. We'll put his potty. Well, we could put it in the bathroom. But I think because toddlers have trouble remembering, you know, especially when they get playing, I think we're going to put it out here where he can see and remember it. That's what I would do as a parent. Let's put your potty out here where you can see and remember it. And then we need a bed. So, where are the toddler beds? This is going to be one of them. Let me see if I can just sort by toddlers here. There we go. I really like this bed. This is one of my favorites, even though it's kind of, you know, werewolf one. And there's another one, though, too, but I don't see it here. Maybe it's a kid's bed that I'm thinking of. No, it's right here. It's this, right? So we've got this one. But is that a kid's bed? No, it's got to be a toddler's bed, right? Because, yeah, because it's in the toddler sort. So we've got this one, which I do really like. Super cool. Yeah, I think we're going to go with that. Or we've got this one, which I also think is super cool. I love just the rustic nature of it. We're going to do that one. Wait a minute. You know what? We are going to do that one. You know why? Because he likes, he, is this she or he? She. I'm going to do a girl toddler. She likes farming. She likes farming. So we're going to give her a little farm style bed, right? With an old fashioned family quilt on it, made out of scrap wood, you know, an old fashioned farm bed. So that's why we'll use that. That makes sense. Let's see, what kind of colors do we have? I think that first one's going to work really well. Yeah, I think that's the one I like best. And it has little blue curtains around it. So we'll go with that. Maybe pull it out from the wall just ever so slightly so it's not quite so crammed in there. Let's give him a little him. I keep saying him. And you know why? Because I had a toddler. My toddler was a boy. That's why I say that. But this toddler is going to be a girl. We are going to put a little girl toddler in here. Let's give her a toy box. Let's give her kind of this old-fashioned looking toy box. Put that here. I like the horse on it again because the horse is going to kind of tie into our idea of being on a farm. Does the horse come in any other colors? I'm sure it does. That's pretty good. It kind of matches the bed. I really want it to be kind of maybe in blue. That's what I'm hoping. So they're all going to be stars. We have that, and it's got kind of a little blue outline on it. Maybe. Let's go with that. We'll just go with that because it does kind of match the wood tone of the bed, I guess. Doesn't have to, though. Let's do that. I'm going to do that with a little blue, kind of bluish horse on it. And we'll find her a end table, some sort of little kid's end table, something, or this. This kind of matches a sort of rustic feel. Probably have something from Cottage Living. Maybe that might work in here. Let's see here. We've got this. No. We have this kind of rustic thing from the horse. You know, the horse pack. That does kind of match the bed. I'm going to leave that because I think we're going to use that. I do think we're going to go with that. Keep this rustic kind of farmy type of thing going in here. I don't think there's going to be anything else that's going to kind of hit me the right way. Yeah, so let's go with that. We'll grab a lamp for them for their bed. Lighting, lamps, here we go. Now, we've used some of this stuff already. Do we have anything that's going to be kind of suitable for a farm? Kind of remind us of... Now, there is that. That's cute. That's cute for kids. Let's see here. Oh, there's this. Now, I do like this. He's very, very sweet. Again, it's something... Oh, and look at the little cat. I'm going to do it like this. Make him a little bit smaller. For now, I'm going to put that there while we look through the rest of it, but I think we're going to go with that. So, it's not really rustic, but cats around a farm, let me tell you. Out at the farm out west, where I go stay sometimes, there are tons of cats. They're all over the place, and you need them all over the place because there's also tons of mice all over the place. Tons of field mice all over the place. And they'll be all over your house and all over your barn if you don't get yourself a couple of cats to keep that mess in check. And the cats are happy to do it, believe me. I'm going to go with that. I like that little cat. Let's see what colors he kind of comes in here. What do we have? It's cute. That's cute. That's cute. I do like the dogs too. Oh, I like that one. That's kind of like Daniel Tiger. I'm gonna go with that. That kind of reminds me of Daniel Tiger. I love Daniel Tiger, you know. So let's go with that. And then we'll find a little rug to put here under his bed, right? Now we could use a more sort of farmy type of rug. We've got this stuff. These would be great for a farm type look. Even this would kind of work. This might be okay. These work. These work really well as a farm rug. Let me see here. Kind of like that. Let's see, what kind of colors do we have? I might just stick with that blue. We're going with kind of a blue theme in here. We'll stick with that blue. So we'll go with that. Again, we're getting kind of our little farmy type of look here, right? I love the fact that this kind of looks like a little house. And it looks like a kid's idea of a house. You know, usually when kids draw houses, it'll be like a square with a triangle on top. You know, triangle's the roof. A little square at the bottom, a little square door or rectangle shaped door on it. So I love the fact that this is shaped like a house like that. Like a kid draws a house. Is that on purpose from Maxis? Did they see it someplace else? I don't know. I think it is on purpose. I do think Maxis did it because kids do draw houses like that. It's kind of to give that impression. But however it came to be, I love it. We'll grab some pictures here for our little toddler. We'll grab those little toddler pictures. These here can go maybe here. And we'll grab this one for here. This for here. I think I'm going to lower those down actually. Because again, we're talking about a toddler and a kid. Let's put them down here more around their height so they can see them. Like that. We could put something out here, but I don't think we will. I think we'll just leave it open for them to play on. It does make me think maybe we should use the larger version of this rag rug. Let's see. Something like that, you know? It's still not quite big enough. Although I do like it. I do like that pattern on it. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave it like this and maybe just leave wood. Maybe we could throw in another... We could throw in another one of those, or I could make that bigger. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with this space. Let's put it that way. I really don't know what I'm going to do here. I'm going to put something in there. One thing I'm going to put over here on the bed is the night light, so he doesn't get scared. Where is it? Should be right in here somewhere. There it is. I love this. You know why I love it? Because this little thing here reminds me of Pikachu, right? I don't use it giant size like that. I make it a little bit smaller. All right, we're going to make it a little more like toddler size here. We're going to put it right by him. So when he wakes up, he can look over, know that Pikachu here is going to keep all the monsters away. And we could go ahead. Let's grab some Void Critter decals. Let's see. Don't we have Void Critter decals? I'm almost positive we do. Down in here. I think. Yeah, there we are. Let's grab some of these. Let's grab maybe the little duck here. Make him a little bit smaller. Bring him over here. Maybe put this one up here. Oh, and this guy, he looks kind of fierce. He looks like he would keep monsters away, right? Put him there. And I don't know what else we could put there. I mean, there's lots of things we could. Maybe these trees. What do they come in? Blue? No. It's just different decals. Let me take a look at that. Oh, that's so cool. Okay. Maybe I'm going to go with that. Let me put him there. Let me move these for the moment. I always assumed, I got to check things better. I always assumed that this thing was just those trees, right? So I thought it was just those trees in different colors. So I never really looked at the swatches. Is this just a tree in different colors? It is. And I think that's why I thought this one was. But I love this. I absolutely adore that. That is so cool. That is so wonderful. I'm going to put that there by his bed. Right there by his bed. That looks, it looks almost like he's reading him a good night story, right? So we'll do that. And then we'll put these void critters over here, put one there. And we'll put up the little duck kind of down here under the table. Grab this one for maybe here. And maybe that like right there. That is wonderful. That's the most wonderful graphic. I love that. So it's so cute. That is just great. I'm so glad I saw that. Okay, so we've got that. We could use a little place for him to sit down. We have a place here to sit and here to sit. We could put some little chairs or something over here by the door. We do have little toddler style chairs. Yeah, like these. But I think we'll use this. Let's use these pillows. I mentioned a couple of times recently, again, kind of a hallmark that I remember from the 80s and late 80s, early 90s, was you would see like big piles of these large pillows. Every house had them, right? At least every house I'm aware of. And they'd just be propped up, against the wall or thrown over in a pile. And then when you wanted to, kind of lay around and watch TV or hang out, you would go, just kind of grab some. I'm going to throw some of these here for that reason. In fact, make this one a little bit bigger. Prop it up against the window. Make it look like one that we're not using at the moment. And, you'd have friends over and they could grab one and kind of wallow around on it. We'll grab a blue one. Kind of a smaller one there. Like that. I'm going to take this light fixture out. The one I always use for every kid's room practically. That is either a child or a toddler is this. I love this. This sort of mobile style. That is the Galaxy. We'll put that there. And maybe we could grab a sort of floor standing light, put here in the corner. I like the ghost. I haven't used these ghosts in so long. Would a ghost be too scary for a little kid? I don't know. I mean, it's my toddler, right? It's my idea. And he is a happy ghost. I don't know. Maybe. Did they come in different colors? They do a little bit. Oh, no, not that. Not that. Let's do that one. I think I'm going to do him. I kind of would like to do him floating a little bit, maybe. And then let's kind of make it look like maybe he's kind of holding onto the wall. So it's kind of in the corner. Maybe like that. We'll see. I kind of like that idea. I haven't used those in so long. They came out in a pack a long, long time ago. So let's put those there. And that's really not bad for a toddler's room. I feel like we're getting kind of enough stuff, enough of what we needed. One thing we're missing, I'm going to put in here, is books. I'm going to grab the little toddler bookcase. Let's see, storage. This here, my first library. Now, what I don't like, what I don't like about this is it's way up here on the wall, right? It's way up here on the wall. I'm going to actually put it here, and I'm going to use a tool mod, and I'm going to lower it down here into this space. Again, if you have a toddler, if you had a toddler, you're going to have put those books where they can reach them. Now, I know toddlers sometimes chew on books, tear up books. Basically love a book to death, right? But that's part of what toddlers do. They need to feel that book, experience that book. Use that book all up. So I'm going to use tool mod later when I reactivate it. Lower that down to the wall right about here. And that kind of does it for our toddler room. The only other thing I could think of doing would be maybe, you know, we have that really, really cool, I love it, love it, love it, sort of tile from, whoops, hold on here. From the Japanese pack, Snowy Escape. Aha, this one. I think we might do this here. The thing I don't like is you can't see through the tub, right? But that's kind of okay. You know, we could go ahead and bring it just all the way around the whole bathroom, right? Like we kind of custom did the little kids' bathroom. I guess also, since this is the toddler's bath, originally I almost didn't put in a tub and shower. And in fact, I don't think I can use that anyway because it's glassed indoors. So when the parent came in to clean the toddler up, I don't think it would work. So let's grab another tub here. This has kind of an 80s look. This does too. This kind of does. I kind of like this because it's got a little bit of gold to it. We changed the color scheme a bit here. Or we could just do white. Does the white have gold fixtures? No. Does that have gold fixtures? Let's see here. No, it doesn't either. All right, let's take that out. Surely something in here has some gold fixtures. Maybe this one? Ah, it's got kind of gold. It does have brassy looking fixtures, or copper. More like copper. Do they change? They do change. So do we have one that's a little bit different? About that? No. That's not bad. That might be close enough. What else do we have to try? We have the cheap tub. The really cheap tub. I wonder if a toddler finds it uncomfortable. Got that. Does it have gold fixtures? I don't think so. I guess, you know what? I'm not going to worry about it. Let's take that out. Let's maybe keep this here. It doesn't matter if it has gold fixtures or not. And we'll go with kind of a whitish sort of version. I think that has a little bit of kinda this type of stuff on it. Do we have a dream? We do have a Dream Home Decorator tub. In fact, we have a couple of them. Let's grab this one. Let's put it in here. Is that the same color as that? Kinda. Let's see if there's a different version of it. Maybe that one? I think that's supposed to be the same. Okay, we'll leave it. We'll leave it. So we'll do that for his tub. And we'll put these little cute characters. I love this wallpaper so much. It is the cutest wallpaper. It's not wallpaper. I love this tile so much. It's the cutest tile. It is just adorable. We really could use a few more kind of, you know, things like that in game. I also like the mountains that they've used here. I've used the mountains on other stuff, and it's also really, really effective. This comes in a darker blue instead of this, but not with the... Does it come with the animals? No. I think the animals... Pink is one of them. And brown. We're going to stick with that. And then since we went ahead and we have done a custom job on the walls, let's do a custom job on the floor so the floor maybe matches a little bit closer. We'll pull up Just some white tile, I guess. See what we've got to work with. This. We're going to go with this. Herringbone. This herringbone is not really an 80s look. Probably we should go with squares, but I like that herringbone so much. About... So we got that. This might come in a blue. And the toddler likes blue. The toddler's gonna like blue, right? So the toddler's gonna like blue. Let's go with that. And, you know, again, being that it's a toddler, being that if I was a parent with a toddler and they really like blue, I could pretend like this is the water, right? Because it's the bathroom. So this is the water. And oh no, the tub overflowed and there's water all over the floor. Toddler, you know, if you've ever been around toddlers, if you have a toddler, if you've had a toddler in some fashion, they're real easy to play with like that. They get those sort of ideas. They're definitely the whole, oh, you can't step there, it's hot lava, right? You can't step on the crack or whatever. So I think a toddler would definitely kind of get that. They're like, that's the water, hurry, you know, jump in the tub. Down here with this potty, I think that one's going to do. That's cute. All of them are cute. Oh my God, they're so cute. That's so cute. We've got that or that. I'm going to go with that. We've got a lot of green in the room anyway and some blue, so it kind of ties in a little bit. And for now, that's going to end this stream for now. When we come back later today, we'll be back on later today. I will either do the teenager's room or we'll do the master suite. I'm not sure which. What holds me back on the teenager's room is I'm going to want to use a lot of the new pack in there with the heart-shaped stuff in pink, you know. So that holds me back a little bit there. So I don't know. I'll have to decide later. I hope you'll decide to hit like, subscribe, and notify if you're watching right now or if you're watching in the future. My streams are always archived on YouTube. I always keep them there. You can always go back and look later if you want to look at a particular build or something like that. So if you're watching later in the future or you're watching now, please hit like, subscribe, and notify. And in the meantime, as always, thank you for watching.